Hello and welcome to this week's Live, Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. On this week's show I shall be chatting to Cain from local supergroup The Table Troubadours. And as always I'll be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. Hello, I hope you're all well and having a great week. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I'm a little bit croaky today because yes, I do actually have COVID-19. Don't worry though, this show is recorded at home in isolation, so I'm not going to spread it to anybody. Anyway, so let's crack on. How about a little bit of Strizzy Strauss, How You Mean?
My lyrics them a dapper, I spit it from the heart, I'm a father/rapper. An artist on a mission, hitting targets with precision. Scoping out the scenes, strategizing my position. When brothers come with gimmicks, I don't dig it, yo I skip it. Jumping over obstacles on rhythms I envisage. Something they could never touch, something they could never budge. I do this thing effortless, on it since the genesis. Used to move like savages, anything to flash a bit. Now I've come of age, our brothers trying to stack a bit. Stay away from negatives, take it where they never did. So when I look back, I can say, yo, I did a thing, tried a thing, vibed a bit, ran with the livest kids, went away, came back. Now I move with righteousness, writing down my life with pics, talking about the life we live, walking what a brother spits, doing stuff to show the kids. They say I'm putting in work, I am me. They say they're feeling my verse, I am me. They say it's nearly my turn, I am me. They say it's deeper than words, I am me. Them brothers claiming they're spitters, I am me. Forever talking like killers, I am me. I swear them brothers are fibbers, I am me. Strizzy Strauss is the realest, I am me. Up the levels, you gotta get it in. It's no excuses when you're living where a brother lives. It's what he said, then they put him in the bin. Put him in a cage, hit a brother with a 10. Now I'm in the ends, politicking on a come up. Used to be a runner, now I walk with a buck. Never was a stunner, now they stop and they watch. People brother style and they feel what I'm online. Every day our brothers hustling, leg work, trying to get the muscle in. I know the struggle, mommy used to cook with it. Corned beef to stop the stomach rumblings. I'm on a humble ting, them on a front end ting. We ain't the same, they'd rather stun than billeting. I'm trying to get it in, like they never did, and put the team on, like a proper king. Yeah. They say I'm putting in work, I am me. They say they're feeling my verse, I am me. They say it's nearly my turn, I am me. They say it's deeper than words, I am me. Them brothers claiming they're spitters, I am me. Forever talking like killers, I am me. I swear them brothers are fibbers, I am me. Strizzy Strauss is the realest, I am me. I do it for the strugglers, for the hustlers, for the mothers in their ends with empty cupboards. You ain't one of us, it's pretty obvious. The way you speak makes me know you're trying to copy us. Strugglers anonymous, hustling it's a part of us. Mommy showed the way cause daddy didn't have the heart for it. Didn't wanna par with us, yeah arguments. I built a grudge, now I'm good, man I'm calm with it. I came far with it, a smarter kid, armed with it. A lion heart, man I'm doing what my father did. I got the heart for this, them brothers they're a heartless. I'm in my prime, man I'm strong like Artemis. I'm gonna shine, regardless. Ain't no ifs or buts or thoughts I can't win. I'm on that lift to success, I got my targets. Being one with myself and not a half-wit. They say I'm putting in work, I am me. They say they're feeling my verse, I am me. They say it's nearly my turn, I am me. They say it's deeper than words, I am me. Them brothers claiming they're spitters, I am me. Forever talking like killers, I am me. I swear them brothers are fibbers, I am me. Strizzy Strauss is the realest. How you mean?
That was the wonderful Strizzy Strauss and How You Mean. He's just come back from touring. He was touring in the latter half of last year. I expect most musicians seem to record at the beginning of the new year, so he's probably doing a bit of that now, but I'm not sure. Okay, so it's time for a little bit of Phased. Of course, you can see the Phased. I seem to have been talking about this gig for months because it keeps being moved because of coronavirus. But you can see them on Friday the 8th of April at the Wire Theatre in sunny Leicester. They'll be supporting the Demons of Ruby May. Fantastic gig that. So meanwhile, here's the Phased and Soul Revival.
Circles just to come around.
That was The Phased and Soul Revival. Don't forget, you can see those on Friday the 8th of April 2022 at the Y Theatre, supporting Demons of Ruby May. I know Charlie and the Martyrs were also playing on that lineup. I'm not sure if they still are. Be good if they are, because they're absolutely fantastic as well. So that's going to be a great gig. Friday 8th of April at the Y Theatre in sunny Leicester. Okay, now it's time for a little bit of Roots. This band were voted UK Country Group of 2021. It's the Heartland Roots Band. It's All Right Here.
My eyes are open, I can see my way to walk into the light. My will's unbroken. I've been waiting for this moment all my life.
I'm not ready to take my bow. I know nothing can stop me now. From now, don't look down, don't turn around, don't look back, it's a fact, can't go back. All I need is everything I have right here. From now, don't look down, don't turn around, don't look back, it's a fact, can't go back. All I need is everything I have right here. It's all right here.
Free at last from the shackles that kept me bound, and my past is behind me as I tread new ground.
I'm on the move. See the wheels turn, feel the motion, feel the passion burn. From now, don't look down, don't turn around, don't look back, it's a fact, can't go back. All I need is everything I have right here. I promised myself I would always be free. Now every breath I take only for me.
I'm in my prime, I can feel the rush, the pace of power. It's about time. I'm not wasting a second, a minute, an hour.
And the weight is lifted off of me to be the person I wanna be. From now, don't look down, don't turn around, don't look back, it's a fact, can't go back. All I need is everything I have right here. From now, don't look down, don't turn around, don't look back, it's a fact, can't go back. All I need is everything I have right here. It's all right here. It's all right here.
That was the Heartland Roots Band, and It's All Right Here. At the top of their Facebook page, I see there's a lovely video to their new song, Yell. So if you want to check that out, it's on Facebook, and you need to look up HRB for Bertie, HRB Leicester. That's Heartland Roots Band Leicester. And they've got a nice new video of their latest song, Yell. So, yeah. Anyway, so now it's time for this week's interview, where I'm chatting to Cain from the table Troubadours. But first of all, we shall start off with one of their songs. Now, the first two songs were recorded live at the O2 Academy in Leicester. So they're quite echoey. But the third song is professionally recorded. Okay, so here's Cain from the table Troubadours, but first of all we start off with their song Josie.
Josie, won't you dance with me? 'Cause you dance like the waves of the deep blue sea. Josie, can I walk you home? Tonight I just don't wanna be alone. Josie, won't you give me light? And you shine like the moon in the dead of night. Josie, won't you hold my hand? In this darkness we can make our stand. Singing the same old song. Have I been a fool? Have I got this wrong? Still singing the same old song. I'm sorry that I've been gone for so damn long. Josie, I'm going away, but I wish to God that I could stay. Josie, can't you understand? Sometimes I've just gotta be a man. Josie, won't you give me life? First have a phantom of a wild man. Josie, don't you shed your tears. 'Cause tonight you and I will have to face our fate. Still singing the same old song. 'Cause I've been a fool. Have I got this wrong? Still singing the same old song. Sorry that I've been gone for so damn long. Sooner or later I'll be back to you. The times have turned, no one knows what I've been through. You make me whole. The years taken a toll. I'm a broken soul, and nobody knows. Singing the same old song. Have I been a fool? Have I got this wrong? Still singing the same old
was Josie by the Table Troubadours, from which I'm chatting to Cain today, who is my extra special guest on this week's live Local and Loud. Hello, Cain. How the devil are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Kev, and thanks for inviting me onto the show. And it's great to talk to you.
That's my pleasure, and thank you very much for coming on. And it's awesome to talk to you too, Cain. It's absolutely brilliant. It feels like it's been a while, but anyway, let's crack on. So now, the Table Troubadours. I need to ask this question on everybody's lips: how did that name come about? And briefly, if you can just describe who else is in the band. Please.
Okay, well, the Table Troubadours was kind of a creative outlet, kind of post lockdown, and the name comes from, because basically we don't practice in a studio or anything like that. We sit around the table in my dining room and we write, we create, have a drink, have a laugh, and that's kind of the true essence of the band, is that it's kind of creative, collaborative, and just a relaxed project.
Okay,
so
and you were created.
Where the name comes from.
And you were created around a table then?
Yes, yeah, around the table. So hence the name, the Table Troubadours. Troubadours is an old French word, but it kind of just means a singer or musician.
Okay, that's brilliant. Just briefly then, who else is in the band? Because I think you're a kind of local supergroup, aren't you?
I wouldn't go that far, but so in the band is myself, of course, on bass. Then Joe Tapley from the Brandy Thieves, who I've played with for a long time, on lead vocals. Joe also plays a bit of trumpet, whistles, and a few things. Then we've got Kenny Cassels from New Age Grace on guitar and on slide. We have Ollie Petch from the 40 Hertz on percussion. And then we have Paddy Hodgkinson, who's, if you know anything about the local music scene in Leicester, you've probably run into him. We've got Paddy, who's a kind of veteran of the music scene. And Paddy plays a bit of everything, guitar, mandolin, slide guitar, you name it, Paddy will play it.
Brilliant. So you're all sort of well-known figures on the local music scene. So I would call that a local supergroup, maybe.
Oh, thanks very much, Kev. I'll let the boys know that you said that.
Now we've just played Josie. Can you tell us a little bit about that then, Cain? How did the song come to be?
Well, the Troubadours is a very collaborative project, so we all write together. And what happened with that one is that Kenny brought to me a riff that he had, but he had no words for it. So he asked me if I could put some words to it. So I was kind of inspired by a W.B. Yeats poem that was a favourite of my granddad's called Fiddler Booney. And there's a line in the song, or in the poem, dance like the waves of the sea. And I just thought it was just such a beautiful line. So even though the subject content of Josie and that poem are very, very different, the whole kind of lyrics was based around that one line. But we did change it to dance like the waves of the deep blue sea. And it's a kind of a story of love and turmoil and relationships, and it kind of brings you on that journey. So I think that's the summary of it anyway, Kev.
Oh, okay. So writing the music then is generally a collaborative thing, like you say. Several people have a hand in that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Very
much so. It is very much a collaborative project, and that's what it was always meant to kind of be. So everybody brings something to the table, as we say. And so the songs that are produced come from someone's kind of original concept or idea, but everyone has their own influences and they shape the song, and that's helped us to kind of get the sound that we have, which is a little bit Americana, a little bit Celtic, a little bit folk, a little bit country, a little bit rock at times as well.
How did your particular group of people get together, and why did you decide to form the Table Troubadours?
Yes, well, it wasn't a planned thing. It was something which very much came about. It started one night that myself and Kenny were out having a few beers, and we came back to the house, back to the table, and we had an idea about a song, and we started writing it, even though that we maybe had a few too many jars. And from just that one kind of evening, then obviously Joe joined, and Paddy, and finally Ollie joined us. We're all great friends anyway, so
Right.
it's a pleasure to kind of hang out.
Oh, okay. So you say you all come back to the table. Is that have you got a special table then that like?
Yeah, we have the table that we named the Troubadours after, and even though we may move house, this table will definitely come with us. Someday we hope
Love
to
it.
actually bring the table to a gig,
Right.
sit around the table at the gig, and to kind of give the audience that true experience that we have in that dining room when we are writing, when we're playing together, and that kind of energy that's created. But yeah, that's something for the future.
Excellent. That sounds brilliant. I love that story. Okay, let's play another song, another Table Troubadours song, Devil at My Door. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about that one?
That's funny. That's the very first song that we wrote. That kind of one drunken night, myself and Kenny, how we started to write. And the song's kind of dedicated to a friend of ours who had cancer and came into remission and fought through it. Although he still has cancer now, he's still fighting. So it's a kind of a song of defiance, I guess.
Right, because the devil's at his door. Okay. So here's Devil at My Door by the Table Troubadours.
Your time
That was Devil at My Door by the Table Troubadours, from which I'm chatting to Cain today, who is my extra special guest on this week's Live, Local and Loud. So, Cain, you've got a couple of special gigs coming up, haven't you? Specifically one on the 17th of March. Can you tell us about that at Duffy's Bar?
Yeah. So we are doing a few gigs for St. Patrick's Day. So in Leicester, we'll be playing on St. Patrick's Day in Duffy's Bar. So that's the 17th of March, if you're not familiar with the day of St. Patrick's Day. So Jackie Duffy, the landlady of the bar, has put together a great lineup of music on the day. Lots of Irish stuff, but all of kind of a different style. And we were very lucky to be asked to play. It's definitely a place to be on St. Patrick's Day in Leicester. It's such a great atmosphere. And as we said, Aaron, the crack is 90.
Yes, absolutely. Now you're obviously come from Ireland yourself, so tell us a bit more about Duffy's. But is it obviously you're familiar with the Irish pubs in Ireland? Is Duffy's a good, authentic? Does it make you feel like you're back home in Ireland when you go there?
Yeah, it's as near as you. Jackie herself, the landlady, is from Belfast. A lot of the bar staff are Irish. A lot of I think it's a home for a lot of the Irish people in Leicester. So a great place to go down and watch the rugby or watch the football or the Gaelic football. And it's a cracking pub full of characters, full of atmosphere. And it's a fantastic supporter of local music as well.
I must admit, a couple of times when I've been coming back from town, I've stopped off there and happened to catch one of their crakes, and they're just absolutely brilliant, aren't they? Just members of the audience standing up, playing the fiddle or singing, and you've got other people randomly tapping drums and things. Absolutely amazing experience.
Yeah, the session we call it in Ireland.
I mean, I've never been to Ireland, but I could imagine that's what it's like. So it is.
That's very much what it's like. Yeah, it's very much what it's like.
So you're playing at Duffy's Bar on the 17th of March on St. Patrick's Day. Brilliant. Can't wait for that one. And you're also playing at the Donkey, aren't you, on the 22nd of April? Do you want to tell us about that gig?
Yeah. So in between then, we've got a gig in Lincoln in the Drill Hall with the band from County Hell. That's on the 19th of March. And then on the 22nd of April, we're having a big gig at the Donkey. It's actually going to be my leaving party, myself and my partner, as we are returning to Ireland. So we've got we're just in the process of putting together some kind of a fantastic lineup. But the Table Troubadours is the only band I can tell you about at the moment.
Oh no! So if you're going back to Ireland, what's going to happen to the Table Troubadours?
Oh, the Troubadours will keep going from strength to strength, and hopefully they will be able to kind of replace me and get someone kind of in that fits with the band, not just musically but also with their personality. We're kind of prolific songwriters, and so the band will certainly keep going because we've got, so many songs that we could play.
You've been quite, personally now, you've been quite iconic in the Leicester music scene. I mean, your role in the Brandy Thieves and now the Table Troubadours. So you're obviously very well known. So you're going to be, I think that's a little bit of Leicester music scene history going away there. We're going to be losing that. I feel a bit sentimental about that, Cain.
I'll be back and forth, and as I said, we do have some unfinished business with Brandy Thieves, so you will be seeing me on stage again in Leicester, so don't worry about that too much.
Brilliant. Just a matter of interest, what made you come over to Leicester specifically in the first place?
I originally came over for work. Kev, your audience might not know, but I'm a lecturer, so the first position that I got offered after my master's was here in Leicester. It was only meant to be a short-term contract for about 6 months, and I think I've been here for about 10 years now.
Wow! So you must have been. So what do you think about the Leicester music scene then in general? Because, like I say, you've been a significant part of it then for most of that 10 years, probably.
I think there's some true talent in the Leicester music scene, and there's just some amazing bands, and I've had the opportunity to share the stage with some absolutely fantastic acts. I think, like everywhere, it's taken a bit of a hit with the lockdown, but it's coming back stronger. And during that lockdown time, I think a lot of people had time to write, and it's only really now that this kind of new music's coming out, similar to the Table Troubadours. So yeah, it's a fantastic scene. It's a fantastic scene to be part of, and it's been a real pleasure to be part of the Leicester music scene.
So, and when you go back to Ireland, then will there be much of a music scene there? Do you think you're playing bands over there?
Oh yes. I said to myself, I'll take a break from music, but I can't really.
No.
I mean, I grew up in Ireland, and still a lot of the musicians that I played with when I was growing up are there, and they're really looking forward for me to come back and lay down some bass for them as well. So yeah.
Excellent. So you say you will be coming back over here to play in the Brandy Thieves occasionally?
Yes, yeah. Well, most definitely we will be doing a kind of probably a big farewell gig at some point when we all have the time and we can manage our personal commitments.
Okay.
So yeah, I will be back to see the Brandy Thieves and back to see my friends, of course.
Brilliant. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we're going to get the opportunity to see the Brandy Thieves one more time. We're going to play a song by the Brandy Thieves shortly, but before we do, can you just tell us, have you got any more gigs lined up with the Table Troubadours? So we've spoken about the actually, let's summarize, shall we? So we spoke about the St. Patrick's Day gig on the 17th of March with the Table Troubadours, 22nd of April
in the Donkey, and then the other gig that we have booked is actually in Lincoln, where I work, and it's playing a venue in Lincoln called the Drill Hole, which is a kind of an iconic venue in Lincoln, which has just reopened after being shut for a long time.
Right.
So we're supporting friends of mine called the band from County Hell, who are an absolutely fantastic band. They've toured with the likes of Stiff Little Fingers and the Pogues and things like that. So it's going to be a great show. So anybody who wants to really come, if you give us a message on Facebook, we're all running a bus. So and it's £30 for the bus, for a day in Lincoln and for the gig.
Brilliant. And by message on Facebook, the Table Troubadours Facebook page.
Table Troubadours Facebook page, please. Yeah.
So yeah, look forward to that. Okay, so thank you very much for chatting to us, Cain. So we're going to sign off now with the Brandy Thieves, the Muse of Mary Malloy. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, well, this was a song that I wrote kind of a long time ago. And it took a few years to come into fruition, and it was really the former Brandy Thieves accordionist James Jarville who kind of put the music behind my lyrics, and he plays accordion and piano on the recording. But the reason why I picked this one is it features 5 amazing female vocalists, not just 5 best female vocalists in Leicester, probably 5 of the best female vocalists I've ever met in my life. Of course, Andrea from the Brandy Thieves with her kind of raw power, but she has this amazing ability to convey emotion through her voice. Helen Collins from Blue Skies in June,
Right.
such a powerful voice. Jessie Wright, Siobhan Matsey, and Celia Alsop from Elysian.
Wow.
So it's a real kind of star-studded cast there.
Some big names in there. Okay, well, that's brilliant. So thank you very much for your time today, Cain. It's been great chatting to you. And here's The Muse of Mary Malloy by the Brandy Thieves.
Cheers, Kev.
Mary Malloy. Killing's my game and death is my joy. I stand here, Your Honor,
I killed my first lover when I was 14. The voices in my head were making me scream. He stole the innocence of this babe, so I slit his throat with a razor blade. I slit his throat with a razor blade.
My second sweet lover was merely a boy, the face of an angel with eyes filled with joy. But beauty like that can never survive, and I ended it all with the tip of my knife. And I ended it all with the tip of my knife.
My next lover was a magical man. He broke my heart with the sight of his hand. He swore, he cried that I was the one, but his tricks they ended with the bang of a gun. But his tricks they ended with a bang of a gun. The next that I met, his thirst was my pain. When a man hits a woman, it's a goddamn shame. Stood there bloodied for the last time, and poured that sweet poison into his wine. I poured that sweet poison into his wine. Killing him, I truly lament. He lacked any malice, no one ounce of sin. But death's all I know, from the gallows I'll swing. Yes, death's all I know, and from the gallows I'll swing. My name is Mary, Mary Malloy. Killing's my game, my joy. I stand here, Your Honor, I stand here accused. Killing's my game and murder my muse. Yes, killing's my game and murder my muse.
That was the wonderful Cain Barriskill from the Table Troubadours and the Brandy Thieves. Of course, Andrea Kenny normally is the lead singer to the Brandy Thieves, but she's now going out on her solo project with a Token Boy, her band. So she's really great to see live as well. Okay, so let's have a little bit of rap, bilingual rap in fact. So this is Rick E and Ali Flex. Rick E is a talented rising rap artist from India, from Kolkata in India. He's a versatile rapper who's bilingual and has his own hip hop label called K City Hip Hop. And here he is with Ali Flex. So it's Rick E and Ali Flex, Bangla Drill.
K City Hip Hop, baby. Dexterity Records. Check it.
Yeah. Ricky.
Kolkata's finest.
Ali Flex.
That's right. Break it down.
Bangla, Bangla, Bangla drill. Bangla have some fail. Bangla dangerous scene. Chulbe Bangla drill. Bangla, Bangla drill. Bangla have some fail. Bangla dangerous scene. Chulbe Bangla drill. Bangla, Bangla drill. Bangla have some fail. Bangla dangerous scene. Chulbe Bangla drill, Bangla Bangla drill, Bangla have some fail, Bangla change of a scene, Chulbe Bangla drill, Pusha থাকে বাঙালি পরিধান আমি র্যাপে মাথায় যেন কবি গান আমি শব্দ দিয়ে মালা গেঁথেছি আয় লিখে দি বাংলাতে অভিধান না অভিমান নেই সবই মান গান বাজে ঢাকা থেকে বরিশাল নিজে ধরি হাত আর করি কাম তাই পাবো ঠিকই এর পরিণাম বেঙ্গলি ভাইবে বংটেনে হাই জিপ চলে যেন পুরো বাটারে নাই শুরু করে র্যাপারগুলো বস শুনে ক্রাই ভাই আয় দেখি সাইফার করে খাই ফ্রাই আমি নাইট লাইফ লিড করি হার্ড কোড ট্রাই দিনটাতে সিন চলে দিন রাত ভাই ফাইট ব্যাক দিবি তোর গানে নাই ভাই রেস্ট ইন পিস নাও হ্যাভ সাম ভাইব বাংলা বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা হ্যাভ সাম ফেল বাংলা চেঞ্জ সিন চলবে বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা হ্যাভ সাম ফেল বাংলা চেঞ্জ সিন চলবে বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা হ্যাভ সাম ফেল বাংলা চেঞ্জ সিন চলবে বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা বাংলা ডুয়েল বাংলা হ্যাভ সাম ফেল বাংলা চেঞ্জ সিন
Spitting bars, I'm leaving scars. Fake house clowns are pain in the arse. I'm a lyricist like legendary Nas. Not all about girls and cars. Kolkata to Leicester, I'm the real jester, the one you can't pester. Lyrical don't infester. Bengali brothers, we ain't fake. We do tracks in one take. All the hits we make, the industry will shake. Ali Flex and Rick E making tunes, we're making peace. Bangla drill taking off. Me and Rick signing off.
Bangla, Bangla, Bangla drill. Bangla have some fail, Bangla change of scene, চলবে Bangla drill, Bangla Bangla drill, Bangla have some fail, Bangla change of scene, চলবে Bangla drill, Bangla Bangla drill, Bangla have some fail, Bangla change of scene, চলবে Bangla drill, Bangla Bangla drill, Bangla have some fail.
But you don't hear that very often. A bit of bilingual rapping there from Rick E and Ali Flex. Rick E from Kolkata in India. Great stuff. If you check out Ali Flex's Facebook page, that's Ali Flex Official, you'll be able to see the video to that song. You have to scroll down a little bit and you can see it's got 30,000 views already. It's only been released a couple of months. So yeah, great stuff there. That's Rick E and Ali Flex, Bangla Drill. Right, we're going to finish this week's show with a little bit of rock, alternative rock, from the likes of We Give In. I'm playing these because they're playing their farewell gig tonight. That's Thursday the 3rd of March 2022 at the Sunny Sound House. They're supporting Sleep Outside and also with Pillow Fort at the Sound House. That's tonight, Thursday the 3rd of March 2022. So yeah, they're just disbanding now. Tom from We Give In has just taken over the shed in sunny Leicester, so no doubt that's going to be taking all his time. Okay, so here's We Give In and Time Waster.
There's a hole in my head where everything that you said just stops and fools right through. Even basic information leaves you drowning in my doubt, but I've been alive long enough that you figured it out by now. Pour another drink, pop another pill. Said I needed time to think, but the room just won't stay still. And I'm just wasting time. Been this way to me.
That was We Give In and Time Waster. Don't forget to see them tonight at the Sunny Sound House, supporting Sleep Outside, and with Pillow Fort at their goodbye gig at the Sound House in sunny Leicester. That brings us to the end of another live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, if you want to hear any previous interviews or podcasts from this very show, check out musicinleicester.co.uk, where you'll also find a very handy gig guide of some gigs coming up in sunny Leicestershire. Do have a great week, and I shall see you next Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Hermitage FM.